to pick out. Okay, it is going to be the Steve coming out. All right, I figured as much. I know this is a hard matchup for Palu, but Raflow's going to need to be on their horse if they want to come out on top of this. This is our winners round 4 set between these two, and it is going to be a good one here, Ubel. We're starting on small battlefield. This is a primarily dirt stage, so the Enderman mining is going to be a little bit worse on this stage than on like a PS2 or something, but frankly, right now, Raflow is starting the offense pretty hot and heavy, 50% pretty much at this point. But then again, stage is here for Gogesta.
Yeah, while the materials will be rather consistent on a stage like this, getting to mine might not be, as we're already seeing the school of thought that Raflow seems to provide when it comes to the Palutena matchup is, yeah, you may have really consistent edgeguards and offense, as we're seeing the fair loops convert into the up tilts right off the bat. Look at that, so much damage, even with just wood, but Raflow wouldn't have it any other way because it gives Raflow opportunities to scrap, and these blocks also give him the opportunity to do some more teleport cancels right off of them.
Right, but speaking of those teleport cancels, Gogesta's been in very prime position for a good percentage of the match to actually cover a lot of them. Raflow's been that's a comfort option for a lot of Palutena players, and Gogesta has forward airs. They have the block to get up in the air. They would go for jabs out of it as well. And a nice recovery mix up there to make it back. But then again, not ready for the roll behind back throw from Raflow. And Raflow taking that early, cutting off Gogesta just before they were able to get gold or diamond.
Yeah, and that's absolutely huge. You want to abuse Steve for his stats, not his resources. Though, if you're in a position like this, trying to burn out that iron is pretty good too. It's been really good to watch Raflow take this offensively rather than defensively and let Steve gather his resources and make his approaches that much better. It's instead just using Palutena's speed to completely turn this matchup on its head.
Yeah, that up throw is not going to kill just yet. Really good DI from Raflow to survive that. The rage is starting to build on both of these players. Actually, on Raflow, it is at max rage. Gogesta still has a little bit of a buff themselves. Up throw probably will kill at this percent. Yes, it will.
Yeah,
and they're going to refresh their stone tools. Yeah.
I completely agree.
He's trying to get his materials back. He's trying to find space to mine. Right now, we're starting to see Gogesta go for a little bit of a more physical approach as well to keep Raflow on the fence about things. But they have gold now. That could be a game changer, Ubel.
Yeah, getting that little instance, especially on a star KO, just to build up just enough resources to make a gold and enough redstone in the pocket as well. Having powered minecart is such a switch of how you have to play against Steve, because now you really have to respect their options out of the corner. But Palutena does have access to a counter if that call out is available to them. But with this damage racking up so reliably, and there's that edge guard you were mentioning, just a couple dirt blocks was all it took for this match to completely swing in the favor of Gogesta.
And just like that, Gogesta not only has, well, actually, they don't have gold anymore, but they've secured themselves diamond for their last stock if they can spawn quickly enough. And they're trying to get any percent of extra credit they can. They're whipping a lot to go for it. And yeah, nice spot dodge up tilt, surprising amount of kill power to a lot of people who aren't ready for it. And bad DI from Gogesta is going to be netting the stock there. Even game here, but there are diamond tools, so this is going to be very difficult for Raflow.
Great SDI on Raflow's part to get out of that with just a few up tilts and trying to trade out that damage for his own. A great frame trap on the regrab. 54%, and these platforms are just being covered so well, but Gogesta's DI is still on point. As long as you have diamond, there's a will and there's a way, and the parry into the neutral air, but not finding the back air after it as well. 90 to 40, and just trying to get out there with the blocks.
Oh, and the reset on the with the nair on the dirt block into the side B from Raflow. Really good stuff there. Catching the option. I don't know if that was on purpose or if that was a complete freak accident. Very well is imaginable for me, but all things considered, they were able to make really good stuff out of a normally bad situation. And really good stuff from Raflow, cutting down the options, recognizing, okay, you need to get caught by the side B here, unless you burn your jump. And yeah, great reset. Look at that, Ubel.
Do you get that extra little boost? It's just like landing on a platform, but it is infinitely better in a lot of cases because you're able to boost right off of it so quickly. It's an unexplored part of the Steve matchup that offensive characters can really do well in. I mean, I see it happen with Fatality up against Didi very often, just using the platform to get another up air out. Palutena trade out up air for Nair, and it can effectively do the same thing.
Right. And already starting to see Raflow play a bit of a ledge trapping game. This is where they come alive really nicely against characters like Steve, who don't necessarily have great disadvantage in the game. But then again, he has a very good advantage. He's doing a lot of percentage right now to Raflow. And, Raflow, who had such a strong lead at the start, has a negligible one now.
Yeah, it's starting to twist back into a similar position that we saw in game one. Even the stage is the same, though Raflow moving a lot more confidently. The same thing can be said for Gogesta with these parries on the falling arrows from Raflow. But the greatest thing that Raflow has done is up the tempo of the match to force Gogesta, even subconsciously, to not put up walls. I guess at this
Right.
point, he doesn't even feel it's worth it, given how many times Raflow is just getting in and staying in.
Yeah. And Raflow's not necessarily in neutral. They're playing more of a mid range game than they are a long range game than they were before. They were trying to bait out Gogesta to start mining last match. Right now, they're like, okay, I'm going to play the mid range game. They're still baiting out mining, but they're also in a position where they could just get on top of Gogesta in a mere moment.
There's the down tilt, but not finding the up air. Now we're just going to see when can Raflow find a strong hit or just a back throw to close out the stock. Good. Oh, that was
Wow.
so
Yes.
good. The high teleport and landing on the blocks as well. Gogesta getting caught a little bit slipping, not finishing the edge guard, and instead letting Raflow recover after taking center stage. That mistake certainly going to come back to bite him, not only with the stock, but also with 46% on lock, even with gold tools. Raflow's just not getting hit.
Yeah, gold is here, but then again, the option coverage from Raflow. Sage again with those side Bs, doing such a good job of keeping Gogesta in the corner and then capitalizing on it. That was such an early stock too because of how high up Gogesta was in the air when that side B hit. And they died at like 89%. That was really, really powerful stuff there for Raflow. And this lead is so huge for them right now. The snowball is starting.
Yeah, Laird, this is getting just so. It's getting to a point where now Gogeska is just starting to swing. Finally, that grab on the neutral getup will be good for Gogesta to close out as he's building some sort of structure, but it feels like Raflo is blowing through them with aerial so quickly, these dirt blocks, applying no resistance to the onslaught that is Raflo's Palutena. Not to mention, without the powered minecart, these back airs can test normal minecarts so effectively. Just everything's coming up Raflow.
Yeah, and normal minecart is so slow at some instances that it is near impossible to get any scaling offense on it without jumping out of the minecart. Really good frame trap on that side beyond the platform. Gogesta just barely hanging on alive. But there's that falling up air from Raflow. Gonna get the finishing hitbox and taking that stock, winning the set 2-0. And that is a winner's round 5 guarantee here for Raflow. That's winner's quarters of the pool. So I think in 2 matches for them, they're going to be coming out on winner side top 8.
Yeah, that's and already looking very strong, able to resist early bracket frustrations and just blow right through what can be traditionally seen as a very awkward matchup to go through for many a player. But it seems like Rafo certainly has studied up, done a lot of coverage for where Steve is at his weakest, which is going to be with those stats. Not a lot of airspeed, very low